We can normally make you more money than what you're going to get on your own. A lot of our landlords will recommend us to their friends. You're looking about 36% more than a normal AST. We're the market leader in Sussex. I think what's happened is, as we've grown, our reputation has grown. So we've just won the Best Business for Sussex award. We've also won an award for the Shorties, which is the Short-Term Accommodation Association. We also manage over 100 properties and we've been in business over 9 years. We pride ourselves on our customer care, delivering great returns for all of our owners. We can normally make you more money than what you're going to get on your own, because we work with not just Airbnb and Booking.com, but we work with 40 platforms. We also work with contractors in the winter. We also work with insurance companies who put a lot of bookings our way. If you just run your own Airbnb on your own, you're not going to have access to these other platforms. We also, should there be problems, have a 24-hour security backup that we can call out. So if we do have problems, or the neighbours have problems, or there's a party going on, so it gives peace of mind to our owners. So we've got, I think the last count is around 112. I think My Getaways have become popular. We're the market leader in Sussex. I think what's happened is, as we've grown, our reputation has grown. A lot of our landlords will recommend us to their friends or other people. We go the extra mile for not only for our guests, but for our owners as well. We work hard to make sure our customer care is right, and people will come back and stay with us, which will also mean return visits for our owners as well. We set up the 24-hour support line because when we were growing, when we only had a few properties, it was all good and well. We could cope with that, but actually as time moves on and we had 25,000 guests stay with us last year, there are going to be problems in the middle of the night when we're asleep. So we have a 24-hour dedicated guest support number. They can call that number and our out-of-hours team will do whatever's relevant at the time, i.e. somebody's lost their keys. They will call our security team who have access to emergency keys and we'll go and let the guests in. A lot of people struggle with the linen and the changeovers. So most checkouts are 11 o'clock in the morning and most people would expect to check in by 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If you're trying to run your own Airbnb, it can be quite challenging, especially if the previous guests run late, leave late. They leave your place not in a great state and you trying to change it over for guests checking in can be rather challenging. We work with 12 housekeeping companies at the moment, so we never have a problem with that. We have our own website, we have our own app, we have our own landlord's portal so they can see all their bookings. Again, I'm not aware of any other companies in Brighton or Sussex that provide that for their owners. The average is 2.4 nights in Brighton. In Sussex, it's very similar. It's 2.4 nights over the summer. In the winter, we do a lot longer term stays. Some people will stay with us 1, 2, 3, and even 4 months in the winter. So on a 2 beds, and we base it on a 2 beds, they're all similar. But you're looking about 36% more than a normal AST. We have property in Worthing, we have property in Seaford, we have property in Horsham. We can operate anywhere within Sussex. Well, it depends. We have different service levels for different owners. Everyone has different needs. So you can have our basic service, you can have our standard service, or you can have our full premium service. So it really depends on what you're looking for, but it goes from 10% to 20%.